better than swords. My powers are yours to command.
So today I had to make a video on Nilfgaard and I was really confused to play what exactly. I was gonna go with Construct because I did Construct Scoia'tael, but then I ended up with hyperthin. Yeah, because I don't see this on ladder and I think you guys should see how cool this deck is. And as you know, I always do homebrews and not meta decks because, you know, that's how I climbed ladder with my own goofy decks. And yeah, I reached rank 1 yesterday with my Siege, so that's fun. That deck was actually pretty good. Hyperthin was actually the deck that gave me a lot of views back then when I was started posting, because this deck is super fun. And a lot of really cool outcomes when you play the deck, and everything comes in hand. But the only issue with Hyperthin is it bricks a lot, and I think we really need to buff this archetype. And I decided to go with Albrick instead of the Imperial Golem because this card was reworked. To support Hyperthin, deck shuffling, deck manipulation, so this is a very good card for Hyperthin. So I went, okay, you know what, let's just go with Albrick. And let's start from first. Tactical Decision is the leader for this deck, which is... The reason being, you need to have control of your cards in hand. This deck bricks a lot, so that's why you go with Tactical Decision. And you have Snowdrop as a combo for a huge tempo if you play this thing, so you always put Snowdrop in Tactical Decision decks for good value. It's not guaranteed you'll draw her, but yeah. So this is your leader. Magic Lamp is the stratagem. This is one of the best Nilfgaardian stratagem. If you don't have anything to play, or if you don't want to play any of your cards, you just play this. The next card is Battle Stations, because this card is one of the best Nilfgaard cards out there. Insanely powerful. So I was like, you know what, there's no way I'm not going to add this in deck. And this is a very good thinning card, and you need thinning card for Hyperthin. So Battle Stations, let's go. Rhines. So I think we need to buff him, make him 11p instead of 12. The reason why I have him is he gives a bit of control. He is a very good card, but I think very overpriced, and he doesn't fit in all archetype. So he synergizes with Rico. And in this video you will see how Chad of a guy Rico is. There were so many funny outcomes with him. I love this card. And yeah, this Ryan's and him synergizes well. The next card is Heatwave, because you need control. Vilgefortz. So Vilgefortz has two reasons for being in Hyperthin. First of all, you can destroy your big opponent's chunky cards, or like a big Ogroid or things like that. And another reason being, so once you buff all your cards, especially Albrecht, what you do is you burn your own lowest powered unit and pull Albrecht down, because he will be on top. So for example, if he's 14, you kill like a 1 power or 2 power with your own Vilgefortz, like you sacrifice and pull Albrecht down, which is really cool thing I like about Vilg. But yeah, that's why you have him. He's pretty good card. Zarthesius. Zarthesius is also really fun card, but I think he should be 8p. What he does is he will reveal a random card in your deck and boost self by it. So if your Albrecht is the only one in your deck, you can go up to 5 plus 14 or 12, whatever Albrecht is. Or another fun thing is, if you didn't get your Heatwave and your Heatwave and Albrecht is in your deck, if he reveals Heatwave, you can actually play Heatwave to destroy their scenario, big card, etc. So Zarthesius is like that, but I think he's very expensive for 9p. I think this should be reduced. Triss Marigold, another awesome Hyperthin card. You reveal a random card in your deck. So again, if Albric is the only one. You can damage your opponent by 14, 13, whatever number he is. Same goes with Yennefer, Divination. She will boost a card. Knickers for thinning, because you need thinners. And I had another card instead of Knickers for thinning, but drawing him was... I did not had him for consistency reasons, and he's fur card. I usually put him in my decks, but I did not had just for thinning value, but because he's basically Knickers with like a condition, which is really good. So, but you have to draw him always, and Knickers breaks. So I was like, you know what, let's just go with Knickers. Snowdrop, because you have a bunch of synergies in this deck because of tactical decision, and you also have Vicovaro. Yeah, it's Vicovaro Novices. So with them you have synergy, so your Snowdrop goes big. And here's another card that is very underrated, but I thought, why not add this? If you don't know, this is Dead Man's Tongue. What it does is it'll banish 2 of your cards. If it banishes a card, if it's a bronze, it'll banish another and boost any of your unit with its provisions combined. If it's a gold, it will just only reduce it only destroy 1 gold. So yeah, and I know it's kind of overkill because I have Battle Station and Dead Man's Tongue. Basically it does the similar things, but yeah, you need good thinning in this deck. Then obviously Albric, he is pretty good. I really like the way he was reworked. When he got reworked, there was a bit of play. Then after that, nobody plays hyperthin because it's kind of a hard deck to pilot, and it's kind of frustrating when you brick a lot. Which when I was recording for this video, I was bricking a lot. So yes, this is your main hyperthin card. Rico, like I said, the only synergy is with Ryan's, but if your opponent plays like a 14-point Gourd or a 21-point Ogroid, you can play him, and then you'll have to sacrifice some other cards with Ryan's. 2 Blight Makers. We don't use Blight Maker for the Mage Assassin thinning. I just have 1 of them, because you basically use this for buffing your Albric. So you keep putting him on top. What Albric does is he'll boost self by 2 and boost another unit by 2. So that's why you have 2 of them. Maxi for... Okay, so Maxi, the reason why I have Maxi is just putting Rico way in the bottom. So in the end, if you have 3 cards, you can play Rhines and kill an opponent. So there you go. After her is Imperial Marines, because why not add every single broken cards in Nilfgaard in one deck, right? This is absolutely a good card, also very good with hyperthin, because you can keep... What you can do is you can keep putting Albric on top, another card on top, so she'll keep pinging Albric and he'll keep boosting, but it's really hard to get both of them in hand, especially for me. I'm like the king of bad RNG. Mage Assassin, you have 1 for using your leader to thin. I will explain in deck strategy. Imperial Diplomacy, how many do I have? I have 2, and I have a Joust. So Imperial Diplomacy and Joust is just tactical random bronze cards for your Dead Man's Tongue. Depending on who you're facing, you use them. If you want quick removal, you can do it. But if you just want to create cards, you can go for this. But mostly they're bait for your Dead Man's Tongue. Vicovaro Novice is pretty good because you can keep drawing your Albric and putting him back, and it'll boost self by 2. So that's pretty good. And Viper Witcher Adept. This is because you're playing hyperthin again, and it's a very good card for hyperthin because you will have less cards than your opponent in your deck, so he will go by 1. You have 2 of them, so basically this is the deck. This is my awesome hyperthin deck. So let's just get into deck strategy. So round 1, play your Battle Station. Hopefully, click your Magic Lamp, play your battle station. Hopefully you have this Imperial Marine in your hand, so you can get her going, or you have Witcher Adept in your hand, because he will also start ticking. Win round 1. If you want to bleed, what you do is, if you're winning round 1, which is good, you can play all your other cards like Blightmaker and Vicowara Novus to keep increasing your tempo with Albric. And if it really gets desperate, you can play Deadman's Tongue to killing your 2 bronze units, and then boosting, so getting a huge tempo, and then obviously opponent will pass. And in round 2, what you do is play a bit, because for hyperthin you really need only 2 cards at the end of the game. But just know Nilfgaard is there, and if they're running Vilgraforge, they're gonna screw your game plan. So I went with 3 cards in the deck. My deck thins up to 3 cards. Actually, it thins to 2, but it's based on how you played with Sartesius, because he can actually thin to 2 cards if he pulls a special. So yes, so you play your Snowdrop, and then you play your leader. And when you play your leader, the first card you put is Mage Assassin, and the second card you put is Albric, and any other card that you want to move. The reason being, if you put Mage Assassin first, it will jump out, damaging an opponent by 2, and your Albric will also ping, because he becomes the second top card, and he'll get boosted by 2 and boost an allied unit by 2. And so imagine you won round 1, your round 2 thinning was good, you play in round 2 to thin good. So, and in round 3, these are your cards you need to have in hand: Vilg, Sartesius, Triss, Yen, Rhines. Actually, these are all mages. Oh my god, okay. This is like the whole Nilfgaardian mage thing. I know Triss is not a Nilfgaardian mage, but yeah, just a mage deck it becomes. So what you do is, you first play, if you don't have anything to play, you play Sartesius. No, but it really depends. If you have a special in your deck, don't play Sartesius. You wait for your opponent to play a card, and then you play Rhines, because what happens is Rhines will play and look at your top 3 cards in your deck, and if you have Rico alone, he will be boosted by the last card your opponent plays. So basically this is how it is. In a very good situation, Rhines, okay, your opponent plays a Gord. So what is he, 14? It's not gonna happen, but I'm just explaining it. When your opponent plays a Gord, Rico becomes 14-2, which is good. And so what you do with Rhines is, you play Rhines and you destroy Rico from your deck and destroy the Gord. You see, that's pretty cool, right? And then what you do is, you use your Triss to boost Rhines. You use your Yen to boost Rhines, and then you use your Triss to damage another big opponent. You use your Sartesius to get value out of Albric. And in the end, what you do is, you use Vilgraforge to kill Yennefer, because she will be the smallest unit in your board at that time, and obviously lore reasons it doesn't happen, but Vilg had a huge issue with Yen throughout the books. So you kill Yen, and then what you do is click Ryan's order ability. As you see, his order ability is pretty insane, especially for hyperthin. So if your deck is 0, you can delete an opponent's card. In today's gameplay, you will see I actually don't do that, because I know I was gonna win and I was just goofing around. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know the tech is that you play Vilk to kill your opponent, bring down Albric, so he's 14. And when I was testing this deck against training, it went up to 92 or 97 to 99, which is like pretty good in training. And I was like, okay, you know what, let me just try this deck in the ladder. And yeah, obviously I'm always try my decks in ladder, and it was pretty fun. I was facing a lot of no unit, which is insane. 3 matches I played was against no unit, and I literally didn't have anyone to buff or anyone to damage. And hyperthin is bad against control no unit decks, because they can literally delete your big cards with Heatwave, Curse of Corruption, and all that. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video and give this deck a try. Thank you so much for your likes, support, everything. Comment down how you feel about this deck.
Another little thunderbolt. Charming.
Hey, hurry up.
Axes out! Ready for board! You'll never get my rhymes out of your heads.
Listen, a fine vintage it would have made. Men know the meaning of sacrifice. And the water, my lord. Not too
Smoke in me, I can tell.
them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
Slow will I finally get you.
That was not in the spell books.
Pride of the nation!
Now, how did that incantation go?
There will be rain or frost, perhaps. Scoia'tael! Attack!
Let's you and me have some fun.
One wart! I'll do what I can.
Your magic can't harm me. No magic can.
An interesting choice.
Best yield now!
Now, how did that incantation go?
can't harm me. No magic can.
Nice, Teda too.
Humans pay halflings no mind, and that's a good thing.
Thank you.
Live to serve.
An interesting choice.
Of course, you wish me so.
Axes out! Ready to board!
Men know the meaning of sacrifice.
No sense of foul and fresh well charred. I bring death, quite literally. When I finish with them, there'll be nothing left to bury.
do what I can.
You shall regret standing in my way.
We shall see what the future holds.